Hi, this is Mohan from Department of CSE, Assistant Professor. Today content we are going to discuss about cloud computing and their essentials. So, so these are the topics we are going to cover today. First, we have discuss about introduction, what is cloud computing and what are the types and overview of cloud computing service model. So we have three types of model like infrastructure as service, a platform as service, and software as service, and their corresponding example. And what is the benefits of cloud computing? Then challenges of cloud computing, where that these kind of technologies used in that real-time environment. So these are the content today we're going to discuss. So first we discuss about introduction. So what is cloud computing? So cloud computing is nothing but it's kind of platform. All the services are hosted in that different places. So these services can be accessed via internet. So here the internet plays the major role of the cloud computing environment. All the services will be hosted or placed in the data centers. So based on that user need, what are the different type of services that user required? So based on that model we have to choose. So here that these are the basic things of the cloud computing model. The first one is the scalability. The scalability means suppose I am going to run any kind of software. Suppose in based on the demand. Suppose I need a specific services. So without modifying any kind of environment, I can expand my services to the users. So here that cloud computing enables easy expansion and contraction of resources for efficiency. So without any human intervention, we can enable the services to the users. So cost efficiency. So cost efficiency means utilizing the cloud services based on that user need. So for example, in future, suppose I am going to set up one company. So for this, I need to purchase hardware. Suppose that much of a budget I don't have. So what I can do is I have to approach any kind of service provider to get the particular resources. So here I can reduce the upfront capital expenses to avoid that problem. Okay, and also it provides the different kind of flexible pricing models, as like suppose I'm going to use for specific duration of the period, for that only I am going to pay for that one. So these are the some of the advantages. The next one is the disaster recovery. So here the disaster recovery means due to some unavoidable situation, suppose I will not able to access the resources. So through that backup support, I can have accessing of all kind of services. So here that overview of cloud computing service model. So basically we have three categories. So first one is infrastructure as service. So infrastructure as service provides scalable and virtual computing resources like storage, servers, and networking, and essential for customer infrastructure management. So in this scenario, the IaaS provides a virtualized environment. For example, you know that what is a infrastructure as service? Infrastructure as service is nothing but a physical resources of the computer. Okay, so these resources can be hosted in their own data center. Suppose any user needs to access, suppose he needs some facility to access that particular resources, he has to access that resources through the virtualized model. So for this, the infrastructure as services provider some scalable and virtualized computing resources for accessing a storage and servers and networking based on that user need. That is called as a infrastructure as service. So infrastructure as service is a low level kind of services in the cloud computing platform. The next one is a platform as service. So platform means providing environment to the user. So suppose the user wants to access some hardware like this. So what will the user do? So we need some environment, how that services can be utilized and how it can be accessed. For this we need some environment. Environment is nothing but like operating system like this. Okay, so here the platform as service offers for developers to build and deploy and manage application facilities, quick and app development and deployment. Suppose I want to develop an application. Suppose that platform facility is not available with me. Suppose we approach that platform as service provider. So he is providing such kind of facilities to the user. The user can develop their application in their platform itself, and he can deploy it and he can test it. So this is the another kind of thing. The next one is the software as services. So the software as services delivers a software application over the internet in a subscription basis. So the already the software will be developed and it can be hosted in the data center. Suppose the any user needs to specific services, he has to access the services based on the subscription model, as like our OTT platform, right? Suppose I want to watch some specific content. For that I am placing a some amount. So for that amount I'm seeing that a specific movie and all. So similar kind of thing. So for specific SAS model, already the software will be developed and it will be hosted in the platform. For the user in requirement, he has to pay the some amount and based on the subscription, and he has to use the specific software. This is an example of the software as services. The infrastructure as service and the platform as services and the software service, all the three basic essential for to run the any kind of cloud computing service model. So this is a typical structure of cloud deployment models. So in this, already told, know that is so these are the model, service model, infrastructure as service, platform as service, and software as services. So all these can be accessed with the help of these kind of deployment models. So we have four kind of cloud models. So one is public cloud, another one is a private cloud and a community cloud, and another is a hybrid cloud. So public cloud is nothing but all the users can access the all kind of services through the public forums. So the any users, we don't have any restriction. So we can, they providing some limited and restricted usage for that specific services. In that model, the users can access all kind of services. That is called as a public cloud environment. So private cloud means it's for specific organization. So for the specific organization, suppose they required any kind of services, that can be considered as the private cloud model. Next one is a hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is it's combination of any kind of cloud models. One more cloud model that is called as a community cloud. So the community cloud is established for the specific group of people. So for example, if you're having a group of organizations, suppose they want to set up one kind of environment. So for the group of organization, they form a cloud environment. So this is called as a community cloud. The next one is a hybrid cloud. The hybrid cloud is nothing but it's a formation of one or more cloud model together and providing the services. Suppose I am a public cloud service provider. Suppose I need a shortage of any resources. I may approach the another service models like a community cloud or private cloud. So based on their agreement, we can provide the services to the users. So how infrastructure as service works? So that infrastructure as service abstract the hardware to provide virtualized computing resource for users. So you know that already I told you that infrastructure service is nothing but hardware related services. Okay, so here it abstracts the hardware resources with the help of the virtualization concept, and it virtualizes all the computing resources for the users. Suppose I want to place my data in a different places. If we take Google Drive, right? So Google Drive means it's kind of storage. Suppose I want to place my content on that storage. What I will do, I will copy my data from local computer and I will through that Google storage device, I may place that my content. So that content will be placed in the Google data center. So here I am directly accessing the storage facility which is offered by the Google service provider. The next one is the resource scalability in IaaS. Suppose it allows the quick and flexible scaling of infrastructure based on the demand. Suppose I already placed my content in that drive. I want to download. So what I will do, I have to log into Google and I will enter username or credentials and I will directly access my storage content and immediately I will download it. So here while downloading, I should not bother about any administrator or mediator. So immediately I can able to download my content. This is called as a resource scalability infrastructure. So based on that my flexibility, they are providing all the content. Next one is as pay as you go pricing model. So here pay as you go pricing model, based on our usage, the service can be utilized. For example, if you know that Google offers that is a free storage facility for the users up to 5 GB. So once we consume that 5 GB, what will we have to pay for a extra amount to place our data? So these are the pay as a pricing model. The next one is infrastructure as a example. So who are offering infrastructure services? So Amazon Web Service. So Amazon is the top leading in a market. They're providing a different kind of infrastructure service. So the best one is EC2, Elastic Computing Cloud. So it enables the scalable compute capacity in the cloud for hosting any kind of application. Suppose if you are developing on applications, that application requires a huge amount of resources. So in this scenario, we don't want to buy a new hardware. We approach Amazon Web Services. They're providing such kind of facilities. So with the kind of facility, we can host our application there, and we can run there. We can run our application. Next one is the S3, that is simple storage service, provides the scalable and secure storage solution for the web application data. So suppose you know that web application requires a huge amount of data, right? So in this scenario, we can using S3 model, we can store our all web related applications. So all the web related services, mostly they prefer S3 services only. The next one is a virtual private cloud. So it allows the customer to networking configuration and isolate the web application resource securely. So suppose I want to secure my application. So for this, I have to use a virtual private cloud model to secure my applications. Next one is a platform as service. So the platform as service means nothing but providing a environment for the user to develop their applications. So here the platform as service equips with the developer with the tools for coding and testing and deploying their applications. So suppose I am developing one application, so I do not have such kind of platform with me. So in this scenario, I may approach any kind of service provider who offers a similar kind of services. For example, if you take Google App Engine, so Google App Engine provides the environment for the users to develop their application in that platform, and they can coding it, and they can testing it, and they can deploy the applications in the platform. So this is the one kind of services offered by the platform as services. And also we can provide some database related services also. So even I cannot suppose I cannot spend more amount for getting a license for the specific database. At this scenario, I may use the database services. And also we have the middleware capabilities of platform as service. So middleware means it provides a support between lower level application to higher level application in order to providing a seamless communication between the users and their applications. So these are the different kind of service models. Next example, I will turn a Google App Engine. So these are the different kind of thing. So how the Google App Engine provides, and with the help of the Google App Engine, we can provide a different environment for the user to develop their applications, and also it provides a scalability and a cost efficiency for their application engine. Next, we have the software as service model. That software as service, it provides the mainly dealing with the scalability access. So the thing is that once the application is developed, it can be hosted in the server. Now, normally we know that we have a different kind of applications, right? So all the applications we have some limited access. At the same time, all the users may access. What will happen? There will be a restriction will be there. So the server will not be able to respond. At this scenario, the software as service plays the major role. So here that SAS model, it already the software will be developed and it can be hosted in that center, that is data center. Suppose any user needs the application, they can access it. Okay, so for this they're providing such kind of environment. Next one is a subscription based pricing model. So subscription based pricing model means already the software is developed and it can be hosted in that specific platform. Suppose the user need some software, means they, by paying that amount, they can have usage the specific software. Next one is the automatic update in SAS model. So automatic update means because that the service provider only develop their applications, right? So in this scenario, suppose any updates can be done, means they can done the update in that data center itself. So we don't want to update our own machine, okay, because we are accessing through internet only. So at this scenario, we don't want to go for any automatic updates. So it's a service provider itself, they are doing a automatic updates. So these are the advantages of a software as service. So next example of the software service, Microsoft is Microsoft Office 365. In Microsoft Office 365, we have varieties of software like Microsoft Teams and Microsoft Forms. Any kind of software is available. So all the software can be developed and can be hosted in that platform. Suppose I want to create a meeting. So what I can do, I have to log into my account and I host a meeting. Similarly for Google also, same kind of application is available. Google Docs and Google Forms. Okay, so these are the different kind of SAS model applications. So the main objective of SAS model is to in order to use up with put their own effort, all these kind of similar kind of softwares are already developed and can be placed in their places. Suppose we need same kind of software, we can pay some amount and we can get back that amount. Otherwise, based on our need, requirement, and other factors, we can pay that pay as if we had to go for pay as go model. So based on the subscription model also, we can utilize these kind of services. So what are the benefits of cloud computing? So benefits of cloud computing, so we can enhance the collaboration with the say service model. So we can create a different applications also, and also we can have the disaster recovery process. So suppose any places due to something happened, I will not able to access my data. What I can do? So through that backup method, and the entire resource can be released. And also the next one is a flexibility in cloud computing. So here it plays the major role. What is that? It is called as a scalability and flexibility of cloud resources, allow the organization to adapt quickly to changing the demands. So suppose I am going to create an application. So suppose that the users are not familiar with that. So according to that model and the usage, that it can be optimized, and also it can be have the flexible model to create their resources. So what are the challenges in cloud computing? So these are the main challenges. So the challenges are first one is the data security related. So we know that we are placing the data in the different places, that is invisible places, that is virtual places. Okay, so how the data can be handled, that is my first question. Second one is the compliance challenges. Suppose I'm placing my data in places, who's the responsible for the data, whether myself or the service provider. And downtime risk. So downtime risk means suppose there is any problem with the data center. So how many time how far it will take to reach the customer places. So these are the main major challenges of the cloud computing. Then next, emerging trends in cloud computing. So here enhancing edge computing capabilities and optimizing serverless computing efficiency, advantages in AI multi-cloud environment. So these are the different type of emerging trends nowadays. The cloud plays the major role. So enhancing capabilities means integrating edge computing, enhance real-time data processing, and reduce the latency. So you know that through the cloud computing platform, if you are accessing any kind of services, that request will be sent to the data center. So from the data center only, that all the requests will be processed and it can be carried out. So in order to avoid the latency, edge computing facilities can be implemented. Okay, so the similar kind of devices can be connected together from that upper layer levels, that is from that edge, all the data will be processed and can be given to the user. It reduces the latency time of the data access. Next one is that optimizing serverless computing efficiency. So here that we do not bother about any kind of service, because that all the things will be stored in the data center only. So through this we can achieve the serverless computing facility model. Next one is a AI in multi-cloud environment. So with the help of AI integration across multiple clouds, it enhances the agility and decision-making capabilities. So when they have to release the resources, what kind of similar kind of resource the particular users they may access. So based on that scenario, all the resource can be given to the users. So the conclusion. So what are the major fields the cloud computing can be utilized? So the cloud computing's mainly used in that all kind of area nowadays we are using. The major areas are cyber security and cloud operations, and are the service reliability. So these are the different kind of area where that cloud plays the major roles. So the cyber security is addressing the cyber security crucial to protect sensitive and data ensure the trustworthiness, because I'm placing my data in the different places, right? So in the service provider has to provide a more security for that user data. So this is a major role. Next one is the operations. So once that data is stored and placed in the different locations, so how that can be accessed? So regulatory compliance in the cloud operation, so who is the responsible of my data? So all this can be taken place. And service reliability, suppose I already placed my data in that particular location, while accessing, if there is any problem, so how I can access my data? So for this we have a call on term called downtime. Suppose the server gets slowed, so how many fraction of second to take to reboot my system, and how it provides the data. So these are the continuous service reliability. So these are the major factors that plays the in the cloud computing models. So that's all about my sessions. If you have any queries, you can post. Thank you.